First impressions with the car, I love that it has an automatic, super easy. Usually with any car that is a E-gear or F1 shifting, etc., I'll always do auto when it warms up and just let the car do its thing in shifting, because it'll know better than me until all the oil and everything's up to temp. Once it is, then I'll mess around with shifting. One thing cool with this car, when you have it in manual mode, it'll actually tell you and suggest what gears if you're cruising around, if you should be going up a gear or down a gear. Cruising, I should say, manual, telling me to upshift because we're at 2,500 RPM. Overall, in comfort right now, it's still a little stiff compared to somebody that's going to be used to a normal Mercedes. Compared to like a GT or GTS in comfort mode, it's definitely a lot stiffer. Definitely is one up from those. Again, super easy to drive. Everything's easy to get to. Here everybody's seeing a complaint about putting it in park or reverse or drive, but you're only doing that twice, when you get in it to put it in gear and when you're getting out of it. So I can see why they put it down here, because you're only going to use it twice every time you're in and out of the car. It sounds great. It's not too loud interior wise. A lot of people think the nose is a little intimidating being longer, but after 5 minutes of driving it, you really don't notice it. But again, we haven't pushed the car yet, so. Really passionate, so I probably don't portray it that well in the videos, but the car is definitely exceeding my expectations. I absolutely love it. These cars just sound so amazing. This is stock exhaust, you guys. In the video, you're gonna hear the pops, crackles, bangs, and I can't wait to do the secondary cat deletes. I mean, when we do a video on that, it's just gonna be so much better. It's just amazing that Mercedes could put a car like this into the US market, sounding how it does from the factory. The GTR does have an upgraded exhaust that is all titanium, even the muffler, to save weight. That's how serious they are into this car. It does have 4 ports of exhaust exit, so you have through the muffler, and then at certain zones that you put the car in, Sport Plus, etc., you'll have it where it free flows through the muffler and also through the other 2 exhaust pipes. So that definitely helps. You definitely feel the wider stance in the R compared to the S. You feel the 4-wheel steer a lot, and especially the tighter turns. The car just feels so much more planted. The carbon ceramic brakes, for somebody that's just driving it on the street an occasional track day, must have. I mean, they are wicked fast on the brakes. It's truly impressive with the brakes. We haven't really been pushing the car too crazy being on public roads. We haven't done race. Bartlett Lake, where we're running, is pretty bumpy. I guess we could do that and then put it in comfort mode for suspension.
Yeah, now you're in comfort and race.
All right, perfect. Yeah, it definitely shifts faster. Sorry for the bumps, you guys. Feels more aggressive. Shifting sounds and feels more aggressive. I'm sure the ECU is a little bit different. And Mercedes in general with their AMG series, I mean, they don't mess around. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for years. This is a proven IMSA winning car for GT3, GT4 classes. And to do that, you have to have a well-balanced performing car. These, if you watch in general over the 720s McLarens for racing, do way better. And that car, in my eyes, is probably one of your best bang for the dollar that you could get. That 720 and 765 LT for the money are just such amazing cars. For this price point for this car, I'm sorry, there's nothing else out there that will touch this car. Their build quality, their service, my second Mercedes now. The whole experience and being a Mercedes owner, just like Porsche, is just, you can't beat it. The driving experience with this car, I mean, the feel and like everything that this car does is on point. I'm pretty thorough in doing my homework of what to get. I know I made the right decision. I don't care if I could have gotten a GT3 RS for 20 grand less than this, I still would have picked this car. The better car for what I wanted. Final thoughts on the car. We drove it in comfort out to the lake and we put it in Sport Plus, then race. Race definitely makes a big difference, the shifting points, but also they have to be doing something with the ECU to race mode because it's just in like a beast mode. It takes it even a step further. And for this car being on the heavier side compares to a GT3 RS, and I'm a big person with weight, it does weigh I think 300 pounds or maybe up to 400 pounds more than a GT3. I was absolutely amazed that you don't feel it in the car. I'm in the turning, and maybe it's the four-wheel steering, maybe it's the mid-front engine feel with how they distribute the weight. Mercedes has done an excellent job packaging this car. It actually is really, really neutral and has shifter cart-like feels at speed from even 30 to 120 miles an hour. It just is super agile. We did Sport Plus comfort, race with comfort suspension because probably in this video even, it's a really bumpy area and you don't want to have stiff suspension when it's bumpy, or seem like being on a racetrack. You're not going to have super stiff suspension set up for being in the wet. So it handled extremely, extremely well. It's just amazing how neutral it is. My first real day driving it, you can't even tell that there's a weight difference between the RS and this car, which is pretty impressive because that was probably my biggest concern up front. On the racetrack, braking zones, certain brake points and things like that, we'll probably see the separation there. But on the street, I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled with it. Super comfy. I have to learn all the little gadgets, typical Mercedes gadgets that you have to learn, but it's just nice. You know, I haven't even programmed the garage doors and my gate openers, and nice having heated seats and all the other cool little things in the car. It actually does have a button that you could manually do in the front. It has like this air dam that comes down, vents open and close in the front, things like that I haven't even messed with yet in the car. It will automatically do that, I think, when you're in Sport Plus or race mode. You know, there's just a lot more to learn, and we'll learn it together through, you know, future videos. So pretty cool.